Wednesday night, May 5th, 2021. Tales from the Flipside. And me, Ultra Maximus. And I want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. This is, of course, your Wednesday night comic book presser, only on Tales from the Flipside. And that snazzy little logo you're seeing was developed by my buddy here, Heard S. Eric. Please be sure to give him a follow over on IG. And, of course, the soundtrack that you're listening to this evening is provided by White Bat Audio. Please be sure to give them a little subscription as well. Follow me over on IG and Facebook and Twitter at these following fine places. And of course, you want to be subscribed over to Ultra Maximus over here on YouTube, so you too can find out how you can enter to win the Ultra Box. That's my own little giveaway. But it's May 5th, and this is Tales from the Flipside. And again, this is the Wednesday night comic book presser, so that means there are tons and tons of spoilers ahead. Y'all ready for that? Super Chat is active. Not required, but it is appreciated. So let's open this thing up, everybody. I want to say hello to everybody in the live chat. What is going on? Hey, everybody. Ultra Maximus here. Good to see you all this evening. No clip-on zone, of course. This is the real deal. This is the presser, so fresh pressed coffee. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all recognizing some vibes on some of the music here on the presser. It is my pleasure to provide you guys with wonderful copyright-free background tunes, in fact. So for any of you else out there who happens to be a streamer or YouTuber, you can use Carl Casey at White Bat Audio's tunes in your videos. It's amazing. That's the reason why I use them. I want to say what's up to everybody in the live chat. We're going to get this thing kicked off. As you guys know, I like to party. So here in the Raw Report, I like to open it up with a top story. And I hope you all are paying attention, because it's going to be a good one. And this top story this evening is brought to you in part, Marvel Studios celebrates the movies. All right, with Marvel Studios celebrates the movies, we got a nice little teaser. And if you guys did not watch this teaser, oh my gosh, you need to head right over to Marvel.com or to YouTube and find Marvel Celebrates the Movies. And watching that will help you. And pardon me. Sorry, I got animals fighting in my room, and I can't deal with it right now. I had to get one kicked out. So, all right, Marvel celebrates the movies, but there was something going on with this, guys, and you guys know I like to pay attention because, of course, we know who all these guys are. These are the old Avengers. But what they were teasing was, of course, everything they got coming up. How everybody else might have caught this too, I don't know. Eternals, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Thor, Quantumania. Oh, and what's that last one over there in the corner? Oh, and you know, I got the slides backwards. It's supposed to fade into that one and give you guys a whole... Yeah, I got them backwards. But it's okay. Marvel Studios celebrates the movies, giving us a teaser. I really think, and this is going to be straight speculation from I myself, Ultra Maximus, is calling this one right now. The last movie of Phase 4 will be Fantastic Four. They're not going to miss that opportunity. That's exactly what this is. And if you did not see this clip, again, it's just something that they finish off with, but we already knew this was coming. And Marvel.com even confirms all of this. So if you think I'm off, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And that just means that this line here, see you at the movies, is going to be wicked awesome for Phase 4. I hope y'all are ready for Phase 4. But you know what? I hope y'all are ready for the comic book presser tonight. Because the Wednesday night comic book presser, we're about to get lit. Y'all want to know what the book of the week is, don't you? Don't ya? Well, it's not this one, I can tell you that. Although it is a close second. And I do want to say this about this book real quick. If you read it, you understand that the black armor does not last very long. I don't know why Marvel would put out both a direct cut and a regular edition on the same day, but they did just that. In doing so, though, I don't know. Look, the incentives look good, but again, there's only one variant, I'm really chasing of the Star Wars brand. So that's just me personally, but for all you other collectors out there, there were two 1 in 50s, and that's why they both got honorable mention this week. But it's really, really hard to take a 1 in 50 and try to use that to dethrone a 1 in 200 ratio. And look, I know what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks this is Art Germ's Wonder Woman. However, it's not. It's Power Princess. Yep. Power Princess of the Squadron Supreme. And she has nothing in common with Wonder Woman. Nothing at all. And I don't know if that was a convenient coffee sip or if that was instrumental in just kind of outlining where my position might be on that one. So take it for what it was. You can take it however you like. Anything I can say, possibly, you could take it good, you could take it personally, you could take it bad, you could not take it at all. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just here to provide the facts, everybody. So in the facts that we are now into the first publisher of the evening, I want to remind everybody to like that video. If you're watching this on the rewind, make sure you leave us a comment below. Let us know what's up with your Wednesday and why you can't watch. I'd really like to know what other days you'd like to watch comic book content on Tales from the Flipside. We have tons of other shows, and that's an even more reason for you guys to subscribe and make sure that you are, of course, hitting that notification bell. So let's get into this, because I know you guys don't want to see me. You want to see this. So let's show you the books, and then you guys know I got an action-packed show for you after I show you the books. So stick around to the very end. You guys know the goods are over here on Flipside. Okay, Darkon number 3, and then White Widow number 6, and all these have been on FOC before and released before, but they're released again. White Widow number 6, cover B, Tim Vigil, hold metallic. White Widow number 6, cover C, wraparound lenticular. Okay, Action Lab. Miranda and Maelstrom number 6, cover A. Aftershock, Shattering Expectations. Baby Teeth number 17, and then of course Baby Teeth also offered us an incentive by Charlie Adler. Eden one shot. We Live number 5, second printing. Ahoy! Wrong Earth, Night and Day. And if you don't know a little bit about this one, I can give you a little bit of detail here. Okay, so Wrong Earth, Night and Day is where a guy who meets another version of himself, and they both wind up on the wrong version of their Earth. So it's neither of their Earth, and one of them is like really, really evil, and the other one's kind of like an idiot, I think. So it's an interesting read. And I'm looking forward to it finishing a story arc, so I may possibly pick it up and read it. Let me also know what you're reading in the comments. That'd be great. And of course, Archie giving us Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 293. And look at Jughead holding a huge contraption with a whole bunch of hot dogs over the fire. Artists, Writers, and Artisans. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal. Yo, this girl is wearing overalls with no shirt. Oh, this looks wild. And then, of course, the man Frank Cho. Oh, look. She's apparently wearing something there. Okay. Frank Cho delivers. Bad Idea dropping a couple of books today. ENIAC number 3 for all you prepayers of 1 through 4. Like me. I walked into the store, didn't have to pay for this one today. Felt really, really good. Whalesville Rocks and Minerals number 1. Hero Tomorrow Comics. Punchline and the Vowed Villains. Number 1. Cover A. Cover B. Mad Cave. Beckstar, number 1. I did not see a variant for that one. And also, real quick, let me actually back up real quick. All right, I want to help you guys out. Let me show you something. So today, went to the store with the kid, and I want to let you know that this is Mad Cave's child imprint. So everybody saw how Unicorn's doing for Scout? These are free at your LCS right now. Now, I did have to dig through a stack of them because they were all like bent to crap. Mad Cave, early look. So it's basically, it's an ash can. It's pink in color. It says Maverick on it. So, you know, that's a sign for me. Big fan of X-Men number 5, 1991. Shout out to Maverick, bro! Team 1990s Weapon Plus program. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. You make this live show even greater than it, really is for me. And Gonzo, I appreciate you, man. Look, I appreciate this stuff because, look, you guys do make this show ultra for me. Okay? All right. So make sure you guys go and check out your LCS and see if they have that freebie. And my LCSs actually didn't have the Hellfire Gala stuff, so I'm looking for one of those purple things. So good luck to you guys looking for that one too. Unconfirmed. There's no first appearances or anything like that in there. It's just a cool collectible, and I'm an X-Men collector, and it's one of those free things. But I think my LCS got it sent to their old address because one of my LCSs moved from being really, really close to my house to being far enough away that I now have 2 LCSs again. Anyway, let's get back into this. So yeah, Mad Cave got you guys covered with that Beckstar. Make sure you look for that free giveaway in the pink cover. Bilbo Hauser, donator to the Ultra Box. Got to really thank you for that one. And if you guys did not see what is in the Ultra Box, then maybe you should tune into Drunken Chat, because that's where I revealed it. I've been trying to reveal it, but look, I'm a full-time dad. That's, trying to get an IG post together like that is sick. I tried doing it, just didn't work out. But nonetheless, that's why you're going to follow me on IG and Facebook as well as YouTube. But you're going to look at all these wonderful things we got here, like the Kaiju Max that I just showed you, and the Rick and Morty. Number 4, cover A. Number 4, cover B. And this is the Worlds Apart. So this is a thing with the dragon, where I guess Rick and the dragon that he, kind of like mind melded with is awesome. And in the house is Red Hood Comic. Please be sure to give him a follow. Red Hood has actually joined the Modern Playbook team. I'm sorry my tenure at the Modern Playbook team is currently up, because it would be pretty cool to be on a panel with you. But I want to give a shout out to this guy. Make sure you follow him on IG, and shout out to you and all the other guys on the Modern Playbook, except for 2. Anyway, Aaron Yee also, buddy. Got a package coming your way. But Scout Comics giving us a couple of books this week, of course. And those Scout books. Black Hot number 1 of 6-second printing. Now, I live in an area where I have a Scout satellite store. And none of these release dates actually match up with anything I'm getting. But it's okay. Broken Souls Ballad, number 1. Children of the Grave, number 5. Titan Comics, Extraordinary number 0. For you horror cover or skeleton cover chasers, like it's kind of like I think a modern Chamber of Chills with a little bit more originality than just a cover swipe. I like it. But what do I like? I like weird stuff like this. So this was actually delayed a week. You could have ordered and gotten all the other Shadow Man number 1s from this recent volume from Valiant last week. However, the 1 in 250, my apologies here, big baller ratio here. The 1 in 250 you see here is a black glass cover. So if you drop it, you go from 9.9 or 10.0 to, I think, like a 5.0 instantly. Just a crack. And shout out to Mrs. Maximus, who made me repaint the office, and that's why we have this cool, very Star Wars color Imperial gray. Imperial, everybody. What's up, Geek Driven? Good to see you in the house. And shout out to everybody over there on the Spine Ticks crew. Another home away from home for me, and give me a place to chill late night on Sunday mornings when I'm doing production on the secret variant. But you know what? I'm gonna have an update about the secret variant here in a second. Vault. Hollow Heart. How y'all like Hollow Heart? 3 issues in now. I know there's a ton of people reading all these indies because you know what? Indies do draw in the readers, and they're saying that this is a pretty good one. I was really digging the #1 variants for sure. So that may be a book that I might have to throw into the read pile. And if there's something I should be throwing into the read pile that I'm showing you this evening, please make sure you leave me a comment on the video after the video ends and let me know what you think. Because I'd be very interested to know what I should be reading. Recommendations used to be one of the best things about working in a comic book shop and hearing people, ask for recommendations and also, of course, exchange them. Van Helsing Steampunk One Shot. And then you got a cover B. And you got a cover C. Not too bad for Zenoscope. All right, everybody. Now I want to remind y'all, my other home away from home happens on Friday nights. And that is, of course, over there on Mighty Mel V's YouTube channel for It's Drunken Chat, son. If you aren't tuned in, 12:30 a.m. Eastern on Saturday mornings, 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, well, you're missing out on a lot. Like last week, we debuted cover to Haha #5. John Gallagher, Wanda Comics exclusive. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that because Wanda Comics is about to break the internet again with this set of covers. And you guys know I'm a very hard critique. All right, Drew has taken care of me over the years, but Drew also knows I am very, very honest with him about how I feel about store exclusives and how art is what drives me to them. I hope art is what drives you to them too. And I hope you like the art that John Gallagher is providing. I want to give also a mini shout out to the Hive Comics boys doing John Gallagher artwork as well. Boom Studios. Eve #1. Now, of course, this is a good jump on point for all you guys looking to get in on look at that. A Mirka and Dolfo B cover. Who's ever heard of that? Oh, look at that. A Mirka and Dolfo 10 copy Virgin Incentive cover. I think you should be looking for that one. Maybe this one too, the 25 copy incentive. And then they offered this 50 copy incentive. And oh, wait, there's more. Unlockable, 1 per store. Last Witch #5 of 5. Here's your cover B. Your 25 copy incentive. The Many Deaths of Layla Starr #1 of 5. Second printing by Christian Ward. And yeah, the indies are drawing them in. So it said 1 per store, and it also had this date, but I think it was incorrect, and I think this may have been the same 1 per store that was released last time, so don't quote me on that one. But I wanted to put it in here with the notation that something may be afoot with that one being delayed in release. Wind #6 also dropped. Gonzalez variant. Your 25 copy incentive, but oh, what's that again? Mirka and Dolfo. You'd think she'd been around for a while, done a bunch of books, and has a ton of variants or something. Wind #6, cover D unlockable. And then we're into the Dark Horse. Beasts of Burden, Occupied Territory #2. And there's your cover B. Dead Dog's Bite, number 3. Dead Dog's Bite, cover B. Fear Case and yet another Matt Kent book on display today. And there's your cover B. God of War, Fallen God, number 3 of 4. Jenny Zero, number 1. Now, this is, of course, the book. A couple weeks back, this book was recalled. Now, this book was recalled solely because the pages were out of print. It wasn't recalled for any kind of foul language. It wasn't recalled for any nudity. It wasn't recalled for anything that would be construed as, in this reporter's humble opinion, collectible. Pages out of print are kind of cool. When it's like from another book, misprinted inside that book. And shout out to everybody who caught the Spec Matrix a little while back and found one of those monsters unleashed with Cage 167 inside of it. So that kind of stuff is just what I wanted to point out. So I don't think there's any way to differentiate the two. I don't know if there is any way to differentiate the original listing versus the new one. If there is, leave me a comment below. Let me know what that is so I can help spread the information on this one because I couldn't see it. And you know what, honestly? The last, this one was out at the other LCS that I went to a couple weeks back, and then I went to a different one this week, so I didn't see this one on the shelf, flat out. But who knows? Maybe a whole bunch of people picked it up and absorbed all the orders, and people who got the lucky copy got the lucky copy. All right, Orville Digressions, number 1 of 2, so a 2-issue miniseries tied to that wonderful Seth show. All right, Dynamite Entertainment, Betty Page Halloween Special limited metal cover. And then there was the limited virgin cover for Betty Page 3. Invincible Red Sonja number 1, cover A by Amanda Connor. Oh, and by the way, I believe an actress was cast for Red Sonja today. But I didn't add that one in there because another reporter, Newbie, broke that on his IG. And shout out to Newbie Comics if you're not following Newbie on IG and on YouTube. Newbie Comics is my homie, so give him a follow. Yeah, it was an impromptu coffee break. Well, what you gonna do? So there was your cover B by Linsner. Cover C, not too shabby either. Now your cover D, however, Frank Cho. Thanks, Frank. We appreciate you. Invincible Red Sonja, of course, the cosplay variant. And here we go. Sandwich time. So Invincible Red Sonja's got a blank, which is cool, right? Because the blank is going to help everybody who did not get a Frank Cho Outrage cover. I hope you guys really put those to good use. In fact, maybe I should do a It's Drunken Chat art challenge for Outrage on Red Sonja covers. And then maybe we can see if we can get Frank Cho to do one for us. 10 copy incentive. 11 copy Virgin FOC. There's your 15 copy line art. And then this one. I'm going to let this one bake on the screen for a minute while I go and shut the door to the office to exile an animal. Not too shabby, right? Okay. So, at this time, let's take the opportunity to say what's up to everybody in the chat. How y'all doing? Anybody else pick up this book today? I'd really like to know if you picked up the 1 in 20 or if you picked up the trade dress. Yeah, I mean, Frank Cho does tons of indies, actually. Morning Glories? Yeah, you gotta give Frank Cho credit where credit's due. The man definitely has a talent. He's got a style. He's kind of like Milo Manara. You know, when you're good at something, never do it for free. That's for sure. But artistically, I thought there was tons of good covers for this book. So I'm not really sweating it, right? There's other incentives. There's tons of other ones for all you other guys who are out there collecting it. But me personally, I only bought one cover. I'm not that Dynamite collector, but I know some of you guys are. So remember the 21 copy, 25 copy Linsner line art, and then another 30 copy, and then your 40 copy Connor line art version, and then your 7 copy black and white FOC incentive. All right, and then James Bond, Agent of Spectre number 3. Then here's your FOC variant. This one's got a 10 copy, an 11 copy, 15 copy, 20 copy, 25 copy, and then we're on to Red Sonja. So Red Sonja, number 26, Lee limited version cover. And then we got this Linsner limited version. And then we've got this Halloween special limited metal cover. And then we have Red Sonja and the Superpowers number 2 in a CGC Linsner variant. And then a Lau limited version cover. And then a Linsner limited version variant. And then Red Sonja and the Superpowers number 4, Perillo limited version cover. Sacred 6 number 8 by Perillo virgin cover. Sacred 6 number 8 by Rue limited version cover. Linsner CGC cover for Sonja Versal number 1. And then Vampirilla number 19, cover A, cover B, cover C, cover D, cover E, Premium Castro FOC variant, Premium RB White FOC variant, 11 copy, 15, 20. This is like watching Dogecoin go, right? 21 copy, 25 copy, 25 copy. Oh, this one was cool because this one was like kind of like sneaky. So 25 copy RB White Virgin FOC incentive. Probably going to be one of the more rare ones of this bunch. So if you are a Dynamite collector, you should probably be inquiring about that one. If you didn't inquire about that one, you should probably check in on who you watch for FOC. Vampirilla number 19, 40 copy, 50 copy, and your 7 copy. And then we've got your 10 copy Perillo black and white, your Mare limited virgin cover, Mastraza limited virgin cover, Perillo CGC graded cover, Perillo limited virgin cover, Premium Castro FOC variant, the RB White FOC variant with the trade dress, and then Vampirilla in the Dark Powers number 2, Lee CGC cover, your Linsner CGC, and your Vampirilla in the Dark Powers number 5, Lee limited virgin cover. Linsner Lee limited virgin. Oh boy. Tongue-tied, right? Yoon limited virgin. And then Vampirilla Purgatory number 1, Chew CGC. Linsner CGC. Oliver. Now this was a smoking cover. And I'm not, I'm not a huge Dynamite collector. However, this virgin cover, smoking hot. So shout out Ben Oliver. Definitely killed it on this one. I don't even like Vampirilla, but man, that is wild. I'm sorry, but if Vampirilla had red hair, I'd be all in. Just saying. Shout out to Comics Main if you're watching this one. That joke is for you. IDW. Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 4. And then High Republic Adventures number 4, 10 copy incentive. This one shows us apparently pigs fly. Pigs fly, everybody. Star Wars proved it. And this is a really weird one because number 4 came out weeks ago, but the incentive dropped today, so this is probably also a delay. And that was not Star Wars High Republic. That was an editorial mistake. But you saw the comic. Image giving us Bliss number 7. Commanders in Crisis number 8. All these covers for Commanders in Crisis. Deep Beyond number 4. And of course, the cover I bought. And now officially in the read pile. This is the end of the story arc, so I will be doing a read pile discussion and some page views next week. So tune in next week. Die number 16. There's your cover A by Stephanie Hans. And there is your number 16 cover B. Firepower, Kirkman and Samney. And I was actually shocked to hear that Frank Gogol from the writer of Dead End Kids is actually saying that this one is on his pickup list all the time. And make sure you're watching also good YouTube channel, Comic Book Food Chain. Good guys over there. I will officially let you know next week. All right, moving on. There's your B cover. Good Asian number 1 by Dave Johnson. And here's cover B. Hey Kids Comics, Volume 2, Profits and Loss, number 1 of 6. Ink Blot, number 8. Nocterra, number 2, second print. Nocterra, number 3, cover A, Daniel Amore. Nocterra, number 3, there's your cover B. And I really like this one. Cover C, Tony Daniel. Here are your incentives. We got a 1 in 10. We got a 25 copy incentive. And then your 50 copy incentive, which is basically the secret variant. So they got smart. They said, oh, you guys like it when Tony Daniel does a cover, and then he does a version of that cover that's just ever so slightly different. Almost had my money today. But if you want to see what I got, you should check my IG. I made a choice. Sometimes you have to make the call. Silver Coin number 1, second printing. Walking Dead Deluxe number 14, cover A. Your cover B. And your cover C. Oh, wait, there was a cover D. Man, they do like to switch it up on us, don't they? Okay. DC Comics. The anti-Joker, the opposite of the joke. A Joker? Female? Digital? Please let me know what you think of this one, because I don't know what to think here. But the art germ. The art germ. And, you know, I really like this cover, too. I think Federici did very, very good on the lines here. So, all right. So, I don't know if you guys caught last week's Raw report information that was about the Batman Fortnite 0.2 printings. Later prints will still have the same code. The same code will be active until a certain date. So I would advise every single one of you that is holding copies to understand that this book has a limited shelf life. Yeah, what happens in the book is cool. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be you're going to want to grade your copies. You're going to want to get your graded copies put away. And just understand, it's kind of like that Marvel code, like a digital code. You are, you know, right now there's a bunch of people out there just looking for the code itself. You can either choose to sell the code online, keep your book graded, and then if you do get it graded, it'll just say digital code redeemed. Or you can grade one without redeeming it. It's up to you. But right now, again, the price on this book is hyper inflated just due to the code. It's not due to the rarity. just due to the code, because there's a bunch of people who didn't know about it and didn't pre-order it, didn't understand that pre-ordering takes 3 weeks in advance. So issue 3 is going to be the last issue that already went on later printings that a lot of people didn't know about, and as stores kept reordering, they're like, oh, we exceeded what we had. So good luck to you guys out there trying to put together sets of this one. Remember, the premium 1 in 25 variant is going to be hardcore. And you know what? I think I didn't get a copy of that one, because there's a premium variant that everybody's not talking about. You had to get the premium variant for the first 6 issues or 5 issues in order to get 1 copy of the premium variant for issue number 6. There were some details on it. It's kind of like, talk to your retailer about what's going on with that, because it's a lunar distribution thing. It's pretty nuts, because I don't even have a picture of the other ones, I don't think. We'll see. But anyway, here is your other Fortnite book. This is your number 2, your main cover. And then I did have the Art Adams variant. Pardon me. And then, again, yeah, there's a premium variant that I did not have listed. My apologies for not having that one listed. Now, Crime Syndicate, number 3 of a 6-issue cover series. And look, there's a David Finch. Oh, but wait. So, even my LCS even said it. I tell them Wednesday after FOC, if it's not a huge book that I need them to, like, up their orders for, like it's a huge incentive, I'll usually just ask them for, hey, did you get enough of these that I can be put down for one? Well, when they fill the orders, I go last, just because for reasons. All right, so they fill me last, but they put a regular cover in there, and I'm like, oh, I don't want a regular cover. I want the variant. So this one had a lot of people looking for it. I'm wondering how many of you guys actually put this FOC order in for the Babs Tar variant for Crime Syndicate, because they really did shoehorn the image, I think, maybe Saturday, like the day before they closed FOC. Interesting enough. But I got one. I'm happy about that, because it's really one of the few books I wanted this week. But we also had Green Lantern number 2, cover A by Bernard Chang. And then, oh, look at this. Wannabe Merca. Oh, wow. Wow. That's hardcore, my homie. Hardcore, man. Anyway, Green Lantern number 2. Cardstock variant by Brian Hitch. Man Bat number 4. Second Son number 2. Batman Second Son cover B by Matina. Sensational Wonder Woman cover A. And then number 3 cover B. I like this one too. Suicide Squad number 3 cover A. And then for you Red X chasers, if you didn't know about this one, man, your store must have kept that secret from you. Hopefully they hooked you up and said, oh, okay, all you guys reading Teen Titans Academy got to know that this is like a crossover book. But here's the deal with this. I was going to have this one in the read pile tonight and share some scenes from it. But the way they wrote this takes place, this seems like it should have taken place and should have been released before Teen Titans Academy 2. But they say, to be continued, Teen Titans Academy 3. So you already know what happens in Teen Titans Academy 2. Here is the continuation to that story, so make sure you're picking this one up if you are trying to follow that one along. Least I could help you out with that little bit of info. Swamp Thing number 3 with 2 Poison Ivies. Swamp Thing number 3 cover B, which is your cardstock by Kyle Holtz. All right, everybody, we're in the home stretch. We're at Marvel, but the rest of the show ain't done yet, because you know there's tons and tons of things we got to talk about after we get through comic books. So yeah, just new releases, and then there's comic book related talk. Of course, Amazing Spider-Man, America Chavez, Made in USA number 3. Your Cola variant. Carnage Black, White, and Blood #1, second printing Gleason variant. Now this is the one for all of you guys putting together the sets of the Gleason stuff, because I know how y'all roll. So right now there's a ton of you guys out there who got the 3 Gleason Spider-Man covers, the Venom cover, and now the A cover for Carnage in the previous print. But now you got this one here. Oh, so Bilbo, I think that this is probably accurate considering there's 2 poison ivies that are going to kill her evil part. Who do you want next? Because you know they're gonna give it to Donny Cates, right? Anyway, so you Gleason chasers, I hope y'all can find it in your heart to forgive them for pushing another Peach Momoko incentive variant to increase your print totals. But it's all about the sales. And I thought this was a pretty good A cover. I mean, Black, White, and Blood, right? And then here is your McCree variant. And then your Eastman variant. Now, I have a feeling that this incentive, if there's anything good going on in this book, let me know if issue 3's got anything good. This was just wild. Because it's basically the ghost of Captain Britain Betsy inside Quanon. And you guys know that Quanon is Psylocke and Betsy Braddock is Captain Britain. They're 2 different people. And I want to give this time to recognize that in IDW Generation 1, Galvatron and Megatron are 2 different people. Think of it that way. So if such a huge character was actually written to be 2 different people, how would you feel about it? I know how I feel about it. But maybe you should follow me on other shows and find out if there's anything you should know. Anyway, moving on. I know I'm dropping breadcrumbs everywhere. Heroes Reborn #1 of 7. So this is the book that gave us the world without Avengers. So Heroes Reborn #1. There's your art germ. Power Princess. Heroes Reborn Bagley trading card. There's the center variant. It says center, but yeah, okay. There's another one. There's your Blade. Here is your Stormbreakers variant. I gotta admit, Dr. Spectrum versus Blade, pretty cool. Now there is your John Tyler Christopher action figure variant, Hyperion. There's also this one, the Gatefold. Oh wait, there's more. It's Squadron Supreme variant. And then the Ferege variant. Oh, and then wait, the book of the week, according to my observations, the Art Germ Virgin variant. So let me know what you guys think. You know, I know it's very similar looking to his Wonder Woman, but I think Power Princess is a little bit more ripped. I think she could take Wonder Woman. And I know there's going to be a ton of you Gal Gadot fans who are going to be sending me hate mail now because of this, but I'm sorry. She's ripped. She looks like she could pop a watermelon just by, you know, squeezing it with her bicep. So I think there's a reason why her name is Power Princess. Might be she's just a little powerful. Anyway, moving on. Oh, wait, there's an Art Germ. Nope, that's not an Art Germ Virgin variant. That is the Ed McGuinness variant that didn't get tagged correctly. Autosave isn't really working as well as it should. All right, Immortal Hulk giving us number 46. And then we got the Bennett homage variant, which I really love because, of course, you know, it's Days Future Past. I might like the X-Men stuff, but you know who also might like X-Men? This guy. What up, Professor Azores? Make sure you're following the Spine Ticks crew. And this man, if you got an IG, drop it in the chat, my friend. Give that man a follow. Comic book community love, everybody. Comic book community love. You know what? Geek Driven? She-Ra versus Power Princess? I don't know. That She-Ra is the Princess of Power, not the Power Princess. So it's anybody's game. Dragon Fist, Heart of the Dragon. I'm sorry for the previews. Shortened name. Petrovic variant. And that's the one everybody's been waiting for. So shout out to Gary Nusser, the Comic Perspective, who's been following that character for a while. Marauders number 20. You know, this was a really, really cool book. If you didn't read it, well, I might got some notes for you. Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha Director's Cut. Now, this is, again, a Director's Cut dropped on the same day as a black and white incentive of the Director's Cut, which was doing pretty well on the aftermarket. And then there's Star Wars Bounty Hunters Alpha number 1. So you have your A cover. You have the one that you guys know I picked up, and I don't know if they're talking about not final art. It looks pretty final art to me. Like, really final art. Like, I was really hoping that they were going to, like, do some like, ill stuff. But no, they didn't. But it's okay. JTC still did great. So, your Crimson variant. Now, this is the thing they're doing. So pay attention to all your Star Wars variants, because they're going to do this. They're going to do the Crimson variant. Then they got the U variant, which I honestly think was like probably the better cover. And then the Black Armor Incentive. So this was your 1 in 50 to go along with the other 1 in 50 black and white. I think this one was a better pick, but everybody seemed to be going for the Director's Cut, and I don't know why. Oh, it's a second, Director's Cut or second prints in most cases, so consider it what you want, but they're releasing it same day thing. Strange Academy number 10. Art Adams character spotlight variant, of course. Thanos Quest has been reprinted again, this time with a Virgin variant. And it was really interesting if you read Heroes Reborn. He had the Infinity Rings. It's crazy. All right, the Union number 5 of 5, and then the variant cover. Thor and Loki Double Trouble number 3 of 4. X-Men Curse of the Man-Thing number 1, and your variant cover. And for a Man-Thing book, are you really, really chasing it? That's really kind of like one of those, it does have a first appearance of a magic-led dark team. So the dark theme may be working out very well. And if that is the case, well, let me know what you think of that book. I didn't actually pick up any copies myself. I'm not really tracking it at the moment, but maybe I'll take a look after the show and see how it's doing. Yeah, sometimes you just got to say F it and get what you can, right? Nothing wrong with that action figure variant. And so this is your reminder that if you haven't seen the Ultra Box, well, I debuted it on Drunken Chat, just what the contents are up at this point. I want to give a very big thank you to all the support on my own channel. I mean, here on Tales from the Flipside, I want to give a special shout out to the comic book women who, while they were going live last night, broke 4,000 subscribers. So shout out to the comic book women and their team for their contributions to the channel. And shout out to everybody else on the Flipside team doing comic book content on this channel, which is the reason why right now you need to be, like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you do click the notification bell for notifications for when we do go live. But of course, you guys know me. I've got a little thing going on with Wanted Comics, and we debuted, of course, that wonderful haha number 5 set going on sale here soon, so be sure to pay attention to that. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what's going on with your new releases, and you guys ready to continue on? So let's get into this. This is your Raw Report update as we fall into more news. We got stuff to talk about, everybody, because oh my god, if you did not watch this, if you do not have Amazon Prime, you need to get it right now, because this was probably better than The Boys. There, I said it. An animated series on Amazon is better than a live-action superhero series on Amazon, and I have my reasons for saying that. You know, it's just my personal opinion. I think honestly, this is a better show, and I think it's got more potential. But I could be proven wrong. I'm not saying that Boys isn't entertaining. It's really, really entertaining, but Boys is very dark. Like, this is dark too, but this has definitely got more of the superhero stuff that we really, really enjoy through a lot of the other storytelling. So I thought this was just, again, this is an amazing show. So season 1 is in the bag, but there's a lot of things going on, and of course CBR reporting about how every lesson learned from season 1 and the season's finale, it's true. I mean, he did learn a lot. He had a lot of experience as a superhero in these 8 episodes, as well as life experience. And LOX, you cannot live without, you know, living off experience. So, and you know what? The comics, people, it transcends, and this is how you know it's good. So, Boys had a really, really good reach, even though it's on Amazon. I don't think it has the reach like a Netflix show would have, or something that Disney Plus does. Yeah. Anyway, so Invincible, of course, is probably going to be around for a few more than 3 seasons, but seasons 2 and 3, if I recall correctly, have been confirmed. So, of course, we're going to get to see more and more of this. For people who have read the comic books, they know that it's one of those things, man. It's going to be really, really good, I think. Now, you might have heard about this one coming through, and then, of course, now a couple hours before we went live at around 7 p.m., we got confirmed Blake Lively's coming to Netflix for a new comic book movie called Lady Killer. And, of course, we know the material. We heard this was in production. And there's your Lady Killer #1s, everybody. So make sure you have your grips on those. And let's see here. All right. And this was really, really cool, though. Of course, Mrs. Deadpool, not a bad thing to have her in a movie. All you Witcher fans, Dark Horse has got another one of those limited prints. You need to get over to their website and find it, but you can find the article on TLDR. They are a brand new limited edition print for The Witcher. So comic and print for you. Okay. Now, we were just talking about all those snazzy Boba Fett covers, but I don't think you all were ready for a 34-part crossover. Here's where you all said some pretty, things about fatigue and, X of Swords, 10 of Swords, whatever you want to call it. The crossovers that get this long are pretty hefty, but this is Star Wars. So, if there is anything to come about from this experience, I would say for you hardcore Star Wars collectors, you want to be in on these. And here's what they were nice enough to do. They were nice enough to tell us all of the books that are included in this 34-part crossover. But let's open it up first. And I guess exclusive variants, you don't need to worry about those, man. And you know what? I don't care about exclusive variants, because all those are going to do is going to make some of the incentive variants more common and some of the open order variants less common, because people will be avoiding the open orders to get their orders filled with their own exclusive. So it's a double-edged sword. And again, if you want to do it right, collect what you like, just like the Team Nerd Herd dudes would say, right? So that's really the only approach you can do to store exclusives. Just again, buy what you like. But nonetheless, 34 parts. So it goes back to Star Wars 13. And of course, it goes forward to Star Wars 13 next week. And then every week there's one book, right? So make sure you guys get your pre-orders in right now. And most of you Star Wars, yeah, so I see some of you guys in the chat talking about this one. And most of those titles are already on your pull, so it's really not a biggie if they are already on your pull. But for the rest of you guys, like me, who may be a little bit spoiled at your LCS, maybe don't have a pull that's full-time. Like, yeah, you got like 3 titles on it, but you go and pick the shelf clean, you know, first thing, 9:30 in the morning when they open at 10 o'clock. Anyway, just, you know, don't let them fly under the radar. Don't be surprised by them. And don't worry. If you guys like this little bit of information, I got some information about some FOC stuff in just a moment. All right. Boom and boom. And where are we? Where are we right now? You know, it's time to enter the Matrix. So welcome everybody to the Ultra Maximus Speculation Matrix. This is where you get a shot inside my brain to figure out what is going on. I'm a hard guy to read, but I'm honest. You know there's spoilers ahead. So in the read pile this week, we have Heroes Reborn #1. And you're going to be like, why'd you read this? Well, I saw some things before it even came out that made me really want to look into it. So I got into a conversation on IG where, look, I know Kitty Pryde's heritage is one of the reasons why she was named Pride. You know, it was at a time just trying to bring recognition to, you know, to Jewish people. And I mistook Sabra for Kitty Pryde because of one of the tie-ins. But let's just say this. All the first appearances happened in this book. So for all of you guys really trying to speculate on any of the first appearances coming out of Heroes Reborn, so far as I can tell, all the mashup characters, including the Thanos with 10 rings instead of Infinity Stones, all of them happen in this issue. So when I read through the issue, there a few things, obviously. So, you know, some of those other variants that have come out in the previous weeks have gone through, but basically, again, I'm spoiling the crap out of you because I cut through all the fluff. Blade basically goes looking for all the Avengers, finds them all, and goes, what the hell? Nobody remembers that they're an Avenger? I mean, this is only just recently after Echo took over the Phoenix Force. How can you guys not remember getting your ass kicked by Moon Knight so savagely? Well, Thor didn't remember, slams his cup down for more mead, and trips and turns it into a hammer. Captain America, still an ice. Blade's the only one that knows something's up because he can't smell vampires. Now, in this book, they give you character designs of all of these characters. So there's a ton of first appearances so far. Of course, the mashup characterizations of Spectrum and Nova, and Miles Morales and Falcon, and I'm sorry, Dr. Spectrum and Nova. And then Ms. Marvel, and then, you know, the Alpha Flight people and the different Logans. It's all in there. So if you didn't pick this book up, there's a ton of reasons why you need to. And of course, the things to come, continuing to show you other things. All right. However, one thing I did notice again was in the Magneto is a picture of Sabra. Who's Sabra? Well, she's a mutant. Her first cameo appearance is Incredible Hulk number 250. Her first full appearance is in Incredible Hulk number 256. So, that's her on the cover right there also on 256. I think that's probably the better play if you are specking on this character. She may or may not be heavily involved with the X-Men team. And of course, you guys know I read more X books than mostly anything. But I just wanted to point this one out because she is indeed a mutant. And I don't know where she fits in the Heroes Reborn story. I don't know how the mutants fit into it, but it looks like, you know, Magneto is crippled and in a wheelchair. All right. Well, like I said earlier, Marauders number 20. No variant covers and basically just an all-around, real quick read. They open the book up and they're on the ship and Emma's getting sick. Lockheed's steering, so it's kind of funny. And they're all talking about different stories about how they were, how they know Storm and stuff that they remember about her. And they're also wondering, and if she was in Contest of Champions #1. I don't know if that happened before that Hulk issue, but if it did and it wasn't the 616 appearance, that would be the reason why my information might be slightly off. So thanks for that information, James. So cross-check Contest of Champions #1 with that Hulk 250 and 256 and see which one of those came out first. And if James is correct, then I will definitely correct that information. Thank you again for that, James. So there was something going on in this issue where everybody was taking bets on how many knives Storm was carrying. If y'all didn't know why Storm is so badass, you should read this issue. Marauders #20 is definitely a Storm-centric book. They all tell stories of Storm, including Emma Frost, about why you never get in Storm's head. Shows Storm beating the ever-living snot out of her. But it also shows Storm doing some other things. And another thing I also noticed, there may be a first appearance in this book of a mutant named Lash. Yeah, Lash. Marvel is not trying to lose the rights on that Lash name, Lash, like, the one from Inhumans. So they made a mutant with it. Now, I don't know if she appears before this, but I do know that they talk about her in here. A mutant named Lash, little girl, they go and rescue her. And that's where some of the knives come into play. So Storm throws a knife at one of the guys, and that's how she ended the standoff, with a knife. But they all were wondering how many knives is she actually carrying. And Pyro's even like, that's not all of them. But one thing, of course, I try to be a little astute in my observations. Emma Frost hits the deck and goes out there and talks to Sebastian. And Sebastian Shaw, as you know, is in a wheelchair after getting royally beat down by Kitty Pryde because he killed her. Yeah, they revived her, but he still killed her. He's a dick. All right. This is where it gets interesting. Lourdes. Sebastian Shaw brings up Lourdes Chantel. Now, for my hardcore X fans, I gotta say, the drawing of Emma Frost in this issue, not bad. But for you guys out there that know I like my X spec, well, I'm here to share some with you this evening. This is what I do. So, my spec on this one, Lourdes appears and dies one issue. So it's all nice and neat for you. That would be Classic X-Men #7. So, yeah, it's not a crazy spec book, but look, if they're going to resurrect Lourdes, if she's going to be pivotal to the story, you need to know that. But that's her first appearance and her death. She was written in, you have to understand how Classic X-Men is written. It is written by Chris Claremont, where he was able to do additional content sometimes, and some of the backup stories in there and things like that. So, Classic X-Men is good stuff. And if you don't know about it, hit that like button, because Code Red said so. So, there you go. All nice and neat. Tidy little package. Now, make sure that, of course, you have liked this video. Make sure you have at least shared it to a couple of people. I see almost 100 live people in the live chat watching. We got Twitch, we've got YouTube, we've got Facebook. So shout out to everybody in all those places who's viewing. But please stand by, because you know why? We're not even done yet. Are you kidding me? In the Speculation Matrix Variant Edition, this is the new release picks of this week. So you want to get inside my head and know why I think these books are what they are. Well, Baby Teeth making a return, and of course, it's Donny Cates' property. How could you not like a Donny Cates 1 in 15 incentive? We Live, #5, second print. Marjorie Finnegan, Temporal Criminal, #1, cover C by Frank Cho. I mean, it's pretty obvious why, right? And if you're balling enough to get this, well, you're a baller. Hope you get the CGC 10. And I noticed something that's very interesting, and you guys are going to notice it here too. Because all I did was copy and paste the covers. But the cover A, or cover D, and it's like they moved her head around a little bit and the word bubble. So I have a feeling that the 20 copy incentive is actually the original. And of course, you guys know I like this one. I mean, that just looks good. Yep, I like Mirka's art, and I think this very odd negative space with a white background, very, very cool. Noctera's cover C by Tony Daniel. Noctera number 3, 50 copy, of course, because it's kind of like the secret variant, but not. Batman number 108, cover C, and that's your Federici cardstock. Crime Syndicate, Babs Tarr. Brian Hitch cardstock variant for the final issue of Green Lantern. Oh, sorry, this is not Far Sector. This is Green Lantern number 2. Duh. She's over here now. I forgot that they ended the Far Sector series with issue 12. I think it was actually out last week. The worlds are blending together, everybody. That was the universe giving me a little cross-firing. Next, Batman Second Son. The Matina variant, of course. The Sauvage variant for Sensational Wonder Woman. And I like these both because I think this is probably going to be a really cool version of Task Force X that may... Man, if they give us a Connor Kent and Talon, is that one of the reasons why the Suicide Squad has got... the Batman movie maybe with Court of Owls? Maybe they're going to give Talon to get him on the Suicide Squad. Who knows? Suicide Squad number 3, Perel cardstock variant, though. And of course, I like this one, too. I think, honestly, I prefer the A cover over the cardstock variant for that Swamp Thing. Gleason second print. And then for the issue 3, the Eastman variant, of course. You know, you got to love books that have no variants and just an A cover. Heroes Reborn, number 1, Stormbreakers variant. The Reggie variant. And then the 1 in 200. Of course, if you guys are blessed to have a store that hooks people up with these high ratio incentives and gives it to them in a deal, you know, it could be a good flip. Mortal Hulk number 46, the Homage variant. Marauders number 20. And then, of course, Bounty Hunters, both covers. Again, I really like this one. I do, of course, like the U. Like I said, artistically, I think it's great. And then this one right here. So, I mean, being a 1 in 50, these 2 incentive variants, we're doing pretty well today. I mean, 60-ish for the regular Black Armor incentive here, and like 70 to 100 for the other one. But I think there's a whole bunch of them coming to market. There's a couple of store exclusives out there, so I think you're going to see some more of the variant. And again, Art Adams. For all you Art Adams chasers, you need to know about that. And then the Marvel Tales Thanos Quest Virgin cover. And then the X-Men Curse of the Man-Thing. Both covers. So let me know what you think of the Spec Matrix new release picks by leaving me a comment below. And now, if you guys remember, I do an FOC show. I do that show normally on Sundays. And on my channel, I'm talking about giving away this Ultra Box. But the secret variant is going to be being moved up to an earlier time. You're going to want to subscribe to me to find out when it drops, because I'm going to drop it when I can. But Sunday's Mother's Day, and I've promised the wife that I will be on an internet blackout. So if you didn't catch the last episode of the secret variant, we're going to revisit some things, because this is Ghost of Monday, the FOC review, where we talk about the books from FOC. Gung Ho Anger #1 10-copy incentive. MFKZ, the Vins Diesel variant. Francavilla on Shadow Man #2, cover C. And possibly the guiltiest pleasure of 2021 so far, Man Goat and Bunny Man #2 of a 3-issue miniseries. There is your cover A, but wait, we do have a cover B. Abbott 1973's #5, 25-copy incentive by Miss Tula Lotte. Unlockable. Look at that art, though. Seriously, that's amazing stuff. So good on her. And now, The Many Deaths of Layla Starr has gone third print. So we've got 3 printings. Something is Killing the Children making a return. Of course, these books I have in anticipation are probably going to be pretty hot. So make sure you got your orders in for these. The B cover is probably going to outsell the A cover. Let's just be honest. And then, of course, there's a 1 in 25 incentive that ain't too bad. And then your 50-copy incentive also by Jen Frisian. Keeping you guys chasing those Frisian covers. Boom, put in work for that one. G.I. Joe's A Real American Hero #282 with a 10-copy incentive by John Royale. Now, giving us a very Jeff Scott Campbell, Danger Girl style. Shout out to Brian McClay. My Little Pony Transformers 2, 10-copy incentive. Star Wars Adventures, The Weapon of a Jedi. Now, this has no variant covers, no incentives, no nothing. So it's just straight off the shelf, but it is a $5.99 deluxe edition. Bitter Root. And then both covers on that. And then the last FOC picks, Department of Truth, #9. Cover B as well. Oh, wait. We're going to pick all 3 because, yeah, they're all pretty amazing. And then Haha #5 of 6, cover A. And your cover B. All right. Now, we've also got Beta Ray Bill, #3, the Del Mundo variant. And you know, I know there's like 12 variant covers for this book, but the Gleason variant, not so bad, as well as the Momoko, not so bad, as well as the Silva. Those are the 3 favorites I have. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments below. And Black Widow #7, Adam Hughes. No variant covers. I don't know about any store exclusives or anything like that, but yeah, Adam Hughes giving you the perspective of getting knocked out by Black Widow. Here we go. For all you chasers out there, the Heroes Reborn Young Squadron. This is the cover that shows Deadpool. Miles Morales Spider-Man's #26, the Vincetti incentive variant. I'm sorry, Vincentini. Spider-Man Spider Shadow #1, 2nd print. Dr. Afra #10. Now that we know that this is going to be part of the Bounty Hunter Wars, I assume this one's probably going to go upward. And then the final book on this FOC review, the X-Men #20 Del Mundo variant. Are we going to get the finale for that X-Men series before the new one starts? Who knows? But tune in. Make sure you are subscribed over to Ultra Maximus. I'm going to be doing a secret variant. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Friday. It'll be soon, though. I'm looking like tomorrow. I'm hoping tomorrow. But this is Tales from the Flipside. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Every Wednesday night, there's a new comic book day. And that means there's a Wednesday night comic book presser. Wednesday nights, 10:15, right here on Tales from the Flipside. And again, I am Ultra Maximus. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and live chatting with me on this live press conference. because that's what the presser is. And then, of course, you can find me on IG at UltraMaximus, and then Twitter at UltraMaximus, at XUltraMaximusX. Thanks again for Team Nerd Herd for your mail call session last week. I had a blast with you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to them too. And then again, everybody, I want to thank y'all for watching and tuning in with me. Wednesdays are always awesome, and I look forward to the next one. And let's see if anything else comes up. If you guys, if I missed something I should know about, you want to holler at me, you want to do any of that, leave me a comment below. And on that note, I will check you all next time. I want to thank you again for tuning in live. You make it one of the best live streams on the channel. I appreciate you guys in the chat. See you next week.